What is a novel outline? Moving on. So what is a novel outline? A novel outline is a sketch of the major events in your novel. They're not just random events all thrown together and magically made into a book. The events need to follow a dramatic structure broken down into chapters and scenes. While we make our way through this course, I have the plot divided into chapters. In your outline, you should break it down into scenes. How do you know when a scene starts or stops? You can use this as a basic guide. Keep your point of view on one person per scene. Also keep each scene to one setting. If the point of view needs to change, or if the character travels from one place to another, then you need to change scenes. I'm going to touch on the scenes a little bit more in a few minutes, but more of a kind of like a high-level overview. There's really a lot more to it, and I could probably create a course alone on scenes and what should be included and how it should be broken down. But for this course, we'll stick with the basics. We don't want to lose focus on our ultimate goal here, and that's to get this outline done and move right into the first draft, while it's still fresh in your memory. So back to the novel outline. As I said, a novel outline is a sketch of the major events in your novel. They're not just random events all thrown together and magically made into a book. The events need to follow a dramatic structure that are broken down into chapters and scenes. A dramatic structure is defined as a literary or dramatic plot, otherwise known as a storyline. For example, Aristotle, a Greek philosopher, is widely attributed as having created the three-act structure, where each story is broken down into Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3, with Act 1 consisting of the beginning, Act 2 the middle, and Act 3 the end. The structure is used by several prominent authors and is taught in many colleges today. The basic structure looks like this. Act 1 lays out the beginning of the story. This is where you introduce the main characters and the inciting events. In our case, the murder. From there, you move into Act 2, where the protagonist and other characters collect information about the case. Tension and urgency increase to a climax through Act 2 into the beginning of Act 3, where the antagonist is finally revealed. The rest of Act 3 is all about solving the crime and bringing the plot to an end. But that's not the only structure. Gustav Freytag took Aristotle's three-act structure and expanded it into a five-act structure. His structures have the three acts too, exposition, climax, and resolution, but he also added rising and falling action. I, for one, like this structure and make sure I'm aware of it as I outline. But being a total nerd about outlines, I dive deeper and become far more granular. My overall belief is this. Without a solid base to work with, you'll have nothing but problems later on. And some of those problems may prevent you from finishing the project at all. Think of it like a building. I can't build a solid skyscraper using cheap materials for the base and not expect there to be some major problems with the structure as I continue to build, no matter how solid the rest of the building is. At some point, the skyscraper is going to be so big that the base won't support it, and I either have to tear it all down and start over or scrap it all together. It's the same with a novel. You need to start with a solid base to build from. This outline will provide that solid base for you.